his team, and his basketball partner is Steve Wills, who was up until this season. Now Brian Grisham, they're all here. And a very special night. I think back, Shelton, to when the Barretts won the state championship a few years ago, I think 2019. And he was the voice of, I was in Charlotte actually, and I was on the edge of my seat like everybody else.
I was listening in the truck as many were, and you know, you could. It's something when you get to hear the joy come through the radio. And I can remember Terry Evans back when the Blue Raiders won football state championships and a basketball state championship. But Gary, you don't find many people that love their school and love the kids as much as Gary Ownbey does here at Bradley Central.
Wrote the history of Bradley, the 100-year history, as well as the athletic history. We're going to join the PA announcer when they're ready. There's Gary and his wife. He's in the wings down to our left, and they're gonna bring him out. He said he's seen more Bradley basketball games than probably anybody. Been watching Bradley even at the old school since his elementary days, and joined Corky Whitlock 33 years ago. Let's go down to the court. Patrick Spangler, Turner Jackson down there, among other officials.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Earl Roy's going to do it. Oh my goodness.
For a very, very special induction ceremony. Tonight, Bradley Central High School Athletics is honoring a great individual and a longtime friend of Bradley Bear and Barrett Athletics. This is a very, very deserved award, and many of you would agree that it is long overdue. The BCHS Basketball Hall of Fame is proud to welcome as its latest inductee, Mr. Gary Ownbey. While a member of the Bradley Booster Club, he became the PA announcer for our JV football games and Bears and Barrett football games. Then in 1992, Gary joined the WBAC broadcasting team with Hall of Famers Corky Whitlock and Earl Roy. Once Corky retired in 2013, Gary became the voice of the Bradley Bears in football, basketball, and baseball. And in 2019, Gary was there to be the first to announce the big W for Hannah Lombard's game-winning shot at the TSSAA State Championship game for the Barretts. Mr. Ownbey is not only an announcer, but also an author. He penned his first book in 2016 with a look back at the history of Bradley basketball, and later followed it up with the history of Bradley football. He then donated the proceeds of the sales back to the BCHS athletic department. Yet somehow Gary still finds time to serve as a supervisor for the Bradley Election Commission and serve as a substitute teacher here at BCHS. Gary is also the host of Bradley Athletics on BCHS television, and was instrumental in starting the program that showcases coaches, players, and cheerleaders during their season. This work has not gone unnoticed. Gary was honored by the Chattanooga Times Free Press during the Best of Prep ceremony as the most outstanding service to school athletics. Gary Ownbey is a proud BC tonight, almost 20 years late, he becomes your 2023 Bradley Basketball Hall of Fame inductee. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gary Ownbey.
Shelton, you just said it's probably the night of his life.
I mean, this is, you know, when you think of this man, you think of Bradley Central High School and Gary Ownbey. This is this is the pinnacle. This is where, you know, when you start thinking about things that people do for athletic programs, to be inducted to the athletic program that you put so much time into their Hall of Fame, and saying, hey, you're one of the greatest to ever do it here. It's got to be a special night, especially for this man here.
You think about the history of this school, and of course, over 100 years, Gary has written 2 books on the history of Bradley athletics and Bradley football. And he, as he said, they're playing Hall of Fame. That's pretty good. He said this morning on with us on the air. He said, you know, he turned that money over to the athletic department, and he really does. He means it. Shelton, I want to go to you for some statistics here at halftime.
Oh, sure. Halftime score 19-9.